Ooh. Welcome back to Wednesday. Today we're going to be making
spaghetti squash with
meatballs.
First thing that you need to do is
preheat the oven to 350.
And we're actually going to start with a gorgeous spaghetti squash that we already cut in half and we cleaned it. Main reason is that it can get pretty tough to do this, so be careful when you're doing it because I think people underestimate how strong it is.
It's very hard to cut it in half, so make sure you're really careful when you're cutting it, but just try to cut it right down the center so that you have 2 equal halves.
And use your body weight for it because
you're gonna need to.
That's exactly what I did. Then just scoop out the insides too. Keep it really nice and clean
so that there's no seeds.
Now we have that, we're gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil all over the top of it and you can mix that in, but first I'm gonna put Rosin's favorite thing, some salt.
And she's just gonna make sure that that's spread evenly around there.
Flip it over, stick it into your oven.
So we set that in the oven. We're gonna put it for about half an hour. Once the half an hour is done, we're going to take a fork and just poke the outside. If the skin breaks easily, then it's done. If not, then put it back in for about 10 minutes intervals after that.
Basically, to break it down, Rosin's gonna make the sauce for the spaghetti squash and I'm gonna start making the meatballs.
In here, I have the onions. I'm just letting them soften and wilt a little bit. And I'm going to add the crushed garlic. So I'm just gonna let that wilt and brown a little bit.
I have a bunch of different cooking words, and because she is the cooking connoisseur, I'm gonna see how well she knows it.
I don't know very much. So while that is wilting, you can see it's pretty much wilted, I'm going to add in our spices. A teaspoon of oregano.
What is a dollop?
A dollop? I don't think it's a like direct measurement, but basically like the way I would describe it is if you take like a spoon and you put it into say like sour cream and then you put it on top of a baked potato, it's like a dollop of sour cream. A dollop.
So a dollop is a spoonful of soft food.
Onion powder, and we're gonna put in about half a teaspoon of that. We're gonna take some salt.
Only a little bit.
I know this is very weird, but trust me on this one. So we're gonna take 1/4 teaspoon of some sugar. What we're gonna do now is we're going to turn on the heat and we're going to put in tomato sauce. This tomato sauce has some basil already in it, but you can use plain tomato sauce and just add your own basil if you'd like. Then we're gonna bring that to a simmer. Going to leave that on a low heat while Jessica makes the meatballs.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make the meatballs, which is actually super easy. So first we're gonna start off with some extra lean ground beef. And
the difference between ground beef, lean ground beef, and extra lean ground beef is basically the fat content. So in extra lean ground beef, you have less fat. In lean ground beef, you have a little bit more.
First, I'm gonna add some salt. Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. In a little bit of garlic powder. An egg. How do you say egg in French? Atta girl.
Okay, let's see. What is
Spanish onion?
What is render?
Is that a cooking term?
Is that what we do to our videos?
I'm gonna fold that in together.
It's to cook fatty meat or poultry such as bacon or goose, for all of our Canadian friends out there, over low heat to obtain drippings. What is knead?
Exactly what I'm doing to the meat right now.
Basically.
To fold it into itself.
Yep. So, we're just going to look back here, add some spinach into the sauce, and just kind of let that wilt with the steam. You guys can add whatever types of vegetables you like into your sauce.
While she's doing that, we're gonna make some meatballs. Just take a little bit, a dollop. I don't think this is constitutes of a dollop. I'm still rolling these meatballs.
So we're just gonna put that on a medium-high heat. You don't need any oil in the pan or anything like that. The fat from the meat will create enough oil in the bottom that they won't stick. So basically what we're gonna do is we're just going to wait until these are kind of cooked on the bottom, and then we're gonna flip them around, cook them all on all sides so they get evenly browned and evenly cooked throughout the whole.
Listen to that
Sizzle. Listen to that sizzle. Listen to that sizzle. Your voice goes.
Now they're brown, so let's flip them over. I haven't slept in like 4 days, okay? Ah! Tell my supervisor I'm sick. I need to go to the pharmacy.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm going to check it again and see if the fork pierces it easily. Ooh, it's looking done now. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take those out now.
Spaghetti squash is out. Let it cool down.
We're gonna show you how to scoop it out after, but you're gonna have to hold it with your hand, so it's gonna be really hot. Let it cool.
So finally, the spaghetti squash is cool. So now, since you're actually able to carry it, all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your fork, and any way that you really pull it, you'll actually be seeing that it turns into spaghetti-like.
Now you can see that one's completely cleared out, and all the spaghetti is in. We're gonna take the spaghetti,
Spaghetti.
squash, onto the plate.
You know what's kind of funny? I think you guys can all see it in these videos that we start off like high energy, we're so fun, and by the end of these videos, we're like, the spaghetti, and we're putting it on the plate.
Some sauce on there.
He's gonna have
Some more!
a garnish.
You have it.
A gorgeous spaghetti and meatballs without the pasta. Cheers. This is something super attainable. Make it. Send us a picture of you making it.
Make it.
Send us a video. You don't have a choice.
And that's all. That's all for this week.
Yeah, so make sure to like the video.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. And we'll see you next Wednesday.